LWO1 WeatherNet. Liftoff conditions looking pretty good.
ESTS is ready for launch.
Ignition. Liftoff.
Falcon 9 has cleared the tower.
Ten, 9, 8,
Side booster ignition.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
There we see Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying our stack of Starlink satellites into orbit. There we just heard that power and telemetry are all nominal. Now, in about a minute, the next 3 events will be happening back to back. First, we have main engine cutoff, or MECO, and that's where all 9 of the M1D engines that are currently firing will shut down. And this will help slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, which is event number 2.
Stage 1 is following a nominal trajectory.
And as the name suggests, stage sep is where the first and second stages will separate from each other. And the first stage will start to make its way back down to Earth for landing on our drone ship, while second stage continues its journey with the third event, SES1, or Second Engine Start 1.
Max Q.
There we heard the call out for Max Q. And that main engine cutoff event is taking place in about 10 seconds. Great shot there of the vehicle prior to MECO.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
All right, all 3 of those events happening in quick succession prior to MVAC ignition there that you see. Caught a glimpse of, oh, and on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the Space Coast illuminated by the night lights. That's an awesome shot. So everything looking great there on second stage.
Bearing separation confirmed.
We heard the verbal call out, and there on your screen you can see.
Nominal trajectories.
All right, great news all around. We had fairing separation. Everything continues to look great there. Trajectory looking nominal for second stage. Bright white glow coming from that MVAC nozzle. So at this point in time, the first stage...
Those vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
At this point, the first stage is now beginning to descend back to Earth. Turning our attention to the second stage there. Second engine cutoff is expected momentarily.
SECO.
And there we heard the call out for SECO, second engine cutoff.
Signal Cape.
So at this point in time, the first stage is now beginning to descend back to Earth. There as we see the grid fins beginning their deployment in order to make that drone ship landing. The first burn is the entry burn. This will help to slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere. The second burn is the landing burn, and that is a
Acquisition of signal Bermuda.
and that is a single engine burn.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
All right, so this burn has just begun.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
As you just heard, shutdown of that entry burn. That is the first of
Continue to follow nominal trajectories.
That is the first of 2 burns that first stage will perform today. Good news there that both vehicles are following nominal trajectories. That landing burn will take place in just under a minute. Because this landing is a drone ship landing, instead of a land landing or return to launch site landing. There's only two burns required for this landing attempt as opposed to 3, because the first stage follows an arc. There is no boost back or
entry transonic.
there is no boost back or flip maneuver required. We have a shot of the drone ship holding position in the Atlantic Ocean.
Landing burn startup.
And there we can see the lights beginning to illuminate the platform and the waters around. Okay, let's see if we're able to stick this landing.
Stage 2 has entered terminal
Stage
guidance.
1, landing leg deploy.
Looks pretty good. There we can see the first stage has landed. This marks the
Stage 2 FTS is safe.
This marks the 74th successful recovery of an orbital class rocket. So that's all great news for the first stage. Turning our attention to the second stage there. It's going to coast for a little bit in this orbit, actually for the next 35 minutes or so. Take a look at this animation showcasing where we are in the coast phase. We'll see you back here at T plus 45 minutes for a second stage relight. If you're just joining us, we are coming up to second engine start 2, or SCS2. The second and final burn for our MVAC engine this morning.
MVAC ignition. And shut down.
All right. Like I said, that was just a quick 1-second burn.
Expected loss of signal, reef.
We have another 15-minute coast phase before we deploy this next batch of Starlink satellites into orbit. While this happens, sit back and enjoy some more space tunes. We'll see you back here at T plus 1 hour and 4 minutes. Welcome back once again for our webcast this morning. And we're now coming up on deployment of our Starlink satellites. That should be happening here just momentarily.
Load separation confirmed.
Prior to deployment. Oh, but there we heard the call out, and we can see it on the screen. We've got deployment of this batch of Starlink satellites. They're just after that deployment. So, as you might have noticed, they did begin to start slowly separating out from the second stage. With that, we're going to bring our webcast to a close. Thank you to the Range and FAA for supporting today's mission. If you're interested in Starlink service, head over to starlink.com and sign up. Thanks for joining us, and have a great morning.